Coming up on this episode of NPS Now, middle and high school students enjoy the Big Feet Meet. Booker T. Washington celebrates the opening of their Student Care Center. And a great new partnership begins at Ruffner Academy. Plus, Steve Sutmiller with sports. All that and more next on NPS Now. Hello and welcome to NPS Now, your source for news and information about Norfolk Public Schools. I'm your host, Karen Tanner. Booker T. Washington High School opened the doors to their new Student Care Center in late October. The center, which is funded by Optima Health and has medical services provided by Eastern Virginia Medical School, is the first of its kind in Hampton Roads and only the second in the state. Other partners that made the center possible are the Norfolk Department of Health and the City of Norfolk. The opening of this innovative center was attended by several dignitaries, including Mayor Paul Frame and Lieutenant Governor of Virginia, Dr. Ralph Northam.
Today is a wonderful day where we get to celebrate the grand opening and ribbon cutting for the Student Care Center at the Booker T. Washington High School. The center is intended to focus on student health care needs and recognizing that usually involves addressing physical needs, oral health needs, dental, visual, hearing, and even mental health needs.
Well, you know, there's a couple of different impacts, and one of them is that they're going to be healthy. They're going to be aware of making good choices for their health, staying away from cigarettes, staying away from drugs, alcohol, those types of things. But it's also exposing our young scholars to health professions.
I want my students to be well, healthy, to be able to attend school every day without having to worry about aches, pains, or any type of issues that they may encounter as being a high school person. So I want them to be well. Once they are well, feel well mentally and physically, they're able to perform in the classroom, and that is the bottom line, is for student academic achievement to be at the forefront.
Just 1 week after the ribbon cutting, Virginia's First Lady, Dorothy McAuliffe, visited Booker T to see the Student Care Center firsthand. After a question and answer session that featured comments from students and doctors from EVMS, the First Lady took a quick tour of the Care Center. Those in attendance were impressed with everything from the facility itself to the high level of student involvement with the development of the center.
The thing I like about it is the collaboration between so many organizations, and this just didn't happen overnight. This has been a 2.5, 3-year process of the United Way, the EVMS, the school system. Old Dominion's been part of the United for Children.
And Optima, which has put up a lot of money.
Optima, of course, because it funded the project, but the idea that all these communities, groups work together to make it happen. It wasn't just one person, it was the whole group.
And it sounds like the Norfolk School Systems Administration, here we have the superintendent and the school board members right here, so that is encouraging for it to expand. If it's successful here at Booker T, then it ought to be able to go to other schools in need. So I hope this is just the first step.
Oh, I think it's a great model, and I think there are just so many wonderful community partners that have come together to really give it a lot of thought and development, and I think it's a great opportunity and really something that we're going to watch closely and see if we can help replicate across the Commonwealth.
Another ribbon cutting took place across town at Ingleside Elementary as the brand new computer lab was officially opened. While the lab is focused on student literacy, there are also programs that will help them learn about banking and finance. The lab is a result of a unique partnership between Ingleside and the Life Enrichment Center, Bay Diesel, and the Sun Trust Foundation, all of which were thrilled about the new lab.
We're all about technology. We just unveiled our newest lab for Norfolk Public Schools here at Ingleside Elementary. Community is in here hopping. We have the CEOs, school board chairs, school board members, community support, all about supporting student achievement here.
I'm super excited. I'm stoked. I'm excited about the corporate sponsorships. I'm excited about just being part of working with children, encouraging children, inspiring them to be the best, making sure that they fulfill their potential and their destiny in life. So I'm excited today and grateful.
After years of having Little Feet meets for our young students, NPS finally has a special event for older students, the Big Feet Meet. Amanda Verrata has the story.
Approximately 220 middle and high school students from across the district gathered at Booker T. Washington High School's football stadium for the first ever Big Feet Meet. This unique event enables older students with special needs to compete in a variety of athletic activities.
It's a wonderful event where we have children in special ed and kids in general ed coming together as partners and friends and helping each other out, being engaged in sporting events. We are actually the first school district here in the Tidewater area to host a young athletes program, a Little Feet Meet, and a Big Feet Meet all in the same school year. And it's a proud moment because it shows how we're growing as a community and a school system itself.
Among the events students participated in were the softball throw, lawn darts, 50-yard dash, obstacle courses, and other track and field type competitions. While this is similar to the Little Feet Meet, which is for younger children, the Big Feet Meet features more challenging physical activities.
This is a little more competitive at a higher level because our students are at a bit of a better higher level than our Little Feet. And I think that this gives them more of an opportunity to come out and show some of those skills that they're not necessarily get to show every day in a regular class.
You know, to be able to compete against someone, you know, of their same ability, and also the camaraderie that they're building with, you know, not only regular ed students, but also the Old Dominion students and the Pelt students. I think that's a wonderful experience.
With the enthusiastic help of volunteers and sponsors from Special Olympics, Autism Speaks, Norfolk State, and Old Dominion, this first Big Feet Meet was a huge success with students and adults alike.
You know, it's really important that we respect everyone. Everyone has abilities and skills and can achieve, and this is an opportunity for the students of all different ability levels to showcase their skills.
I think it's pretty good that all the kids have a chance to be engaged with everybody. It gives them a chance to be moving around and all these activities. It's pretty fun for everybody.
Volunteers from Norfolk's Department of Public Works visited Ruffner Academy in order to begin their partnership with the school. This first visit was all about letting students know who they are and what Public Works does for the city. In the Media Center, students were able to learn about the various types of engineering and design careers available in Public Works. Outside the school, about a dozen Public Works employees show students how they check out and clean storm drains, survey property, and fill potholes. The Public Works employees will visit the school monthly and provide assistance however it is needed.
We formed a partnership with the City of Norfolk Public Works, and so we are completing part one of this partnership where the kids will actually have some hands-on experience. They get to apply some of the math, some of the writing to real-world situation.
Well, it makes me feel like somewhat important, like they chose Ruffner, but it's also like we have a lot of flooding in our area because we're right next to the Elizabeth River. So it's nice to learn that this stuff is like picking everything up and helping us clean it.
We want kids to see the importance of people that in the community and let them know that people care about them. A lot of times, you know, people do things, you have your business partnerships and things of that nature, but we just want to be a partnership to let them know that we want to just help you achieve your goals and support, mentoring, athletics, whatever they need.
In late October, Norfolk Public Schools partnered with Virginia Wesleyan College to host the annual Tidewater PostSecondary Fair. Students from all 5 high schools got the chance to meet with over 100 representatives from distinguished colleges, universities, apprenticeships, and businesses. They shared information about the schools, admission requirements, and scholarship opportunities.
This is an annual event that has been taking place here in Norfolk, or for our Norfolk students, for over 25 years. It's a partnership with Virginia Wesleyan as well as many other community partners.
Oh, this college fair is really interesting. There's a lot of big schools that I didn't think would be here, such as Princeton University, Kansas University, College of Notre Dame. I really wanted to see what Princeton University was talking about because that was a really big name. Caught me off guard. I didn't know they were going to be here, but yeah, it's really nice.
it's an exciting day for them. You can see the energy around us as you see the students walking about. Many are saying that they want to be engineers, and so we are directing them to the schools that, we feel might be apt for them. So a little counseling is going on while they're here as well. And then we have ECPI, Bryan and Stratton. We have so many great opportunities today, and it's not enough time really, but it's a wonderful opportunity that our students of Norfolk Public Schools will experience.
Norfolk Public Schools has created a Bring Your Own Device, or BYOD steering committee, to explore the opportunity for Norfolk Public Schools students to use their own technology in the classroom. This group will work on a framework of implementation, budget, professional development, communications, and monitoring of BYOD for all of our schools.
Well, we're hoping that we will be able to pilot the program during the second semester with full implementation in September. But every great idea needs a group coming together to make it successful. And so we've pulled together individuals who will help us bring this forward in the best interest of Norfolk Public School students and teachers, because BYOD will apply to everyone.
We don't need to recreate anything. We're going to take and look at how everyone else has done it and then blend it with what it is that we want to do with BYOD here at NPS. I think this is going to be a real opportunity for our students to be able to continue to stay connected with their devices throughout the day and really increase engagement in the classrooms.
A topping off party was recently held at the construction site of the new Southside STEM Academy at Compostela. City and school leaders, along with community members, signed the final beam that will be placed on the school's roof. Following the lunch in the school's cafeteria, groups were able to go on tours around the school, and their excitement over the building was evident.
I think that this building's just going to be a showplace for the school system and for the neighborhood, for the community. I got a chance to go in the gym. The gym is actually larger than my high school gym. And so this is a K-8 school, so this is going to be a tremendous school. I got a chance to walk through the science department and the choral department. I think the students that come here are going to be very, very blessed.
The Southside STEM Academy at Compostela is scheduled to be ready for the start of the 2016-17 school year. The Norfolk Education Foundation hosted its 9th annual Together in Education Awards at the Norfolk Waterside Marriott. This event is designed to raise money to reinforce the district's mission to become the cornerstone of a proudly diverse community. By developing business and community partnerships, the NEF's efforts help support the needs of our students and teachers. This year's event also recognized several NPS alumni who have become outstanding citizens in our community.
Norfolk Public Schools obviously gave me the foundation on which everything I've accomplished and everything I've been able to do, including becoming the Economic Development Director of the great city of Norfolk, was laid there at Lake Taylor High School, class of '74. There's nothing greater in economic development than having a skilled workforce. It's the only way that we can grow this city. And so the commitment to the Norfolk Public School system is absolutely vital. So fundraisers like this are absolutely critical to being able to stand up the best public school system that we can possibly have and achieve the city manager's goal of having the absolute best public school system in the country.
Booker T. Washington High School and NFL Hall of Famer Bruce Smith were a part of a special ceremony at his alma mater. He presented Booker T. Washington head football coach Darvin Alexander with the NFL Golden Football to commemorate the NFL's 50th Super Bowl anniversary. This was part of a CBS network event entitled Super Bowl High School Honor Roll. Schools around the district participated in the Safe Routes to School Walk to School Day to promote health, exercise, and safe walking and biking to school. Students at Mary Calcott Elementary received rewards for walking to school, while students at Richard Bolin Elementary marched around their school in celebration of this special day. Coleman Place students participated in receiving bike training from a professional biker and rode their bikes on the school's outdoor track. Safe Route to Schools is a federal and state grant that works in coordination with VDOT to help encourage, enable, and educate students, parents, and the community about walking and biking to school. Bus drivers were treated to a big breakfast as a token of appreciation on Bus Driver Appreciation Day.
Well, today is a school bus driver appreciation day, where we actually, honor our school bus drivers and our school bus attendants. The one day of the year we take to choose to do that. Although, they do great things day in and day out all school year long. So, but it's the one day we get an opportunity to take them and kind of thank them for the fine work they do and appreciation that goes into everything they do for our children in Norfolk.
Representatives from the Virginia Department of Education held a day-long training session with all of Norfolk Public Schools principals in late October. During the session, principals shared data with one another and aligned their goal setting in order to determine strategies that will improve classroom instruction.
I think that we are all in similar yet different places, and I think the smartest person in the room is the room. So we have an opportunity to hear from each other and recognize that many of us are in similar places, and that you don't have to figure out problems to figure out solutions to problems, but we can learn from each other and provide support and resources.
Members of the Norfolk Masonic community presented Chesterfield Academy with a check for $250, which was earned from a fundraiser held at Tony's Barbershop.
The administration is here. They're on the ground floor, and they understand the needs. So we're not coming in here just changing what they have going on. They have a good thing going on. We come in here to aid whatever they have going on. So whatever Principal Richard sees fit for us to do, we're going to try to stand in that gap and do just that.
We are treated to a brand new partnership today with the Masonic community. So Tony Langford reached out and he brought a group of gentlemen out here today, and we're very excited to start a new partnership with this group. Chesterfield is a Title I priority school, and all of our schools need community investment. Every bit of community investment, whether it's monetary donations, supply donations, or more importantly, time, just makes all of Norfolk better.
If you have any great story ideas or events happening at your school, please be sure to contact us at nps_news@npsk12.com. Coming up next, NPS Sports with Steve Sutmiller. Stay tuned.
Welcome back to NPS Now. I'm Steve Sutmiller, Senior Coordinator of Athletics. Today we have Emily Pollard from Northside Middle School, the Athletic Director, here to talk about fall sports in middle school. Welcome, Emily.
Thank you.
And this is your second time back, so you're a veteran, and so you should be real comfortable here discussing fall sports with us today.
Sure.
So, well, fall starts it off, and it's a whirlwind for the athletic directors and all the athletes. But we got through it.
Yes.
And so let's kind of review what we had going on in the fall, and so talk a little bit about the fall.
Well, obviously we start off, football starts just before the schools comes into session. They started back pre-service week with all the teachers, so that got off to a good start. And then as soon as school started, we started up all the other sports. We had boys and girls volleyball, boys tennis, softball, and they all, had a short turnaround time to get ready for that first match, but coaches worked well with them, and the kids got it together, and we had like I said, it was hectic, but we got it off and running pretty well.
So let's talk about tennis. We had to change it into the guard a little bit. We've added Lakewood Middle School, and Lakewood Middle School, under the direction of Jonathan Munden, came out and won the championship, the regular season championship. They dethroned Blair, who's won it forever, it seems like.
Yes.
So sorry, Coach Pugh. But we have a new champion in terms of team champion, and we have some new individual champions. And we were able to have our tennis tournament back at Old Dominion again, which is a super facility. So talk a little bit about the tournament.
Well, like I said, they were back at ODU this year. They're very gracious in letting us use their facility every year. And like I said, Lakewood did kind of come out of nowhere, and they really put together a good team. And they, like I said, Blair's won it for as long as I can remember. So it's good to see some other teams competing.
Yeah. So in the singles tournament, we had a new champion, a first-time champion, a sixth grader from Ruffner Middle School, Koshi Basheen. and he was coached by Coach Rodney Craig. So, you know, it's pretty unique that a 6th grader can come in and win a tournament, number one.
Yeah.
And then, so that sets him up for a potential three-peat.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting.
So, yeah, that's something that he can look forward to
Definitely.
moving on. Now, talk a little bit about the doubles. How that looked like it was
Doubles,
dominated by Lakewood.
Yeah,
so.
Lakewood pretty much took those. They had, the champion was Thomas Gurus and Nolan Baxendale, both from Lakewood, and they defeated Lachlan McClellan and Zach Zapolsky. Lakewood was also the regular season champions, so they had a strong showing coming into the tournament. So they, you know, did well and then took the doubles championship.
So, I mean, Lakewood, a first-year school, how difficult, were there expectations around the league that they would come in and dominate, basically?
Well, I think there was kind of, didn't really know what to expect because you didn't really know who all, you know, transferred from different schools over to Lakewood. So it was going to be kind of anybody's guess as to how well they were going to do. And then after the first couple of matches, it started to become clear that they had picked up some really good players, and they've actually done pretty well in all of the sports so far across for fall season.
All right. Okay, so we got through tennis and moving on to volleyball, and that's the tournament that that you're in charge of. So let's discuss volleyball.
Tournament went well. I mean, we had it at Blair Middle School. They're, again, gracious to host us, let us come over there to use their facility for that. Lakewood actually made it into the finals, or the semifinals anyway, for the boys teams, and then, you know, had a strong showing from a lot of the other schools. Our finals for the girls came down to Northside versus Blair, and then for the boys it was Norview versus Blair. Blair girls actually went into the season undefeated, or went into the tournament, excuse me, undefeated. And so I know our girls were really ready for a good game, and Northside ended up defeating them in the final, and that was pretty exciting. In the boys' side, Norview actually went undefeated the whole season.
And that's the first time in a while that they've have been
actually
in that position. So
and then they won the tournament as well, so that was kind of great that they.
Coach Plummer did a nice job getting those kids together and putting an undefeated season in, and then putting that stamp of approval with the tournament championship. So, all right, but again, the volleyball season went well. The tournament, again, you mentioned Blair Middle School, great venue. What may be some of the challenges that's not your school, but you go out to another facility?
Yeah, I mean, it is challenging having to, you know, with our position and being able to get there and get everything set up. I had some great help, though, from the coach from Blair, their boys coach. He helped me out a lot with helping getting ready and got his team to help me out. Unfortunately, I know for our final, their scoreboard stopped working. It worked, you know, the previous couple days.
And those are some of the things that just happened. And,
just kind of had to go with it.
I think we have some footage of Chris trying to help you out there. So,
we were scrambling right up to that first game starting, seeing if we could get it going, but unfortunately didn't have any luck with it. So had to kind of go back to the old way of using a flip chart. But we got through it, and you know, everybody went along with it and understood that kind of beyond our control.
All right. So let's move to softball. Softball, we've had club softball for a few years, but this is our second year where softball is now a sport. And talk a little bit about the softball season.
Softball, again, had a pretty good season. Another sport where we had a team that went undefeated throughout the whole season and then ended up winning the tournament as well, and that was Northside. Very proud of our girls. They did a great job. They, you know, came down to Northside versus Blair for that final, and that was held at Crossroads, which is a great facility. You know, and they played a tough game. It was, I think the final was 13-8.
Yeah, 13-8. The Stars came out on top, and again, going through the regular season undefeated, and then, you know, the pressure of the tournament, and they were able to succeed in that. So that's a lot of good talent at Northside, at Blair, and as a lot of good talent in the city that I think our high schools are really excited about, especially at the pitching level, because that's a unique spot. And you know, our high school coaches should really be excited on what's coming to them.
Yeah, and in fact, I do recall seeing at least the Granby High School coach was out there watching the final. I don't know if anybody else was, but I know that many of them have watched the games throughout the season. And they will, you know, they're definitely looking forward to having some of those girls come up, I'm sure.
Okay. We have to touch on football, and a big event for our middle school football is our championship. We're going to have our semifinals on November the 7th, and then the finals will be Thursday, November the 12th at Powhatan Stadium, kickoff at 6 o'clock. So that's a big event that really brings the fall together, that ends it, and really supports everything that we do moving forward with middle school sports.
Yeah, that's always definitely a big boost to our athletic program, is having that tournament for football. There's always usually a very good crowd for that. This year they haven't finished playing yet, so not 100% sure who all is going to be on top for those semifinal games in the final. But we look forward to seeing who does come out on top for that.
And then after football, we go right into winter one sports. So we have boys soccer and girls soccer and wrestling.
Yeah.
So there's really no break. We just keep on going.
No.
So
jumps from one thing to the next. In fact, our soccer and wrestling practices have already started, and they'll be, as soon as football ends, it will turn right around the following week, I believe, and start with games for those sports as well. So it's not a whole lot of break, but the kids are excited. They're ready for the season to kick off. And
well, Emily, you've done a nice job. We want to thank you for coming down.
No problem.
Out of your busy schedule. So we look forward to seeing you out at the events.
All right, thank you.
More NPS Now after this.
Thanks for watching NPS Now. The show airs weekly on WNPS-TV 47, or you can view us online at www.npsk12.com. As we close the show, let's take a look at a unique event at Tanners Creek that just took place prior to Halloween.
Today we're doing a vocabulary parade at Tanners Creek in Norfolk. The children got to pick a new word that they wanted to use, and they dressed up as it or made a poster or a hat, just so that they could learn new vocabulary words.